Joining us here today is Greg Riley. Thanks for joining us. And today we have Larry the lizard, but here's the misconcept. It's not a lizard, it's a Chinese water dragon.
Chinese water dragon indeed, and I just thought we would do something a little bit different. So a lot of people will get into the trap or the habit of that, this would be a really neat pet to have, but they don't really understand the responsibilities that is attached to having something like this at their house. So
it seems low key, maybe something you'd get your kids because
Right.
It's not a cat or a dog, but he actually seems to be very high maintenance.
Right, exactly. I mean, if we were going to judge him on terms of keeping him on a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably about a 6 or 7, or say like an intermediate responsibility in terms of having him. Overall, when he is done, right now he's pretty young little guy. He's going to grow about 3 feet long.
Oh, wow.
So your terrarium should be at least about a good 4 feet long by 3 feet high, 2 feet wide. So you could have branches in there and things for him to climb on. There's also other things where you're going to have to keep them moist with some sort of humidifier or spray bottle. In terms of feeding them, basically they're omnivores, they're like us. So mostly they're going to be eating, like say, crickets, mealworms, waxworms, but they're also going to be doing some fruits and vegetables too. When I say vegetables, a lot of people will associate with just iceberg lettuce, and that's not the right thing at all. I mean, iceberg lettuce just has absolutely no nutrients whatsoever. So you'll be doing, like say, your green leaves, like your mustard greens, your collards. Broccoli would be really good. For fruits, say bananas, those things.
Now, this is preparation work that you have to do every day, and you
Right.
mentioned not only does he need water, I asked, where does his water go? And you have a little thing there for him, but you also said you have to spray him every day. So, I mean,
Right.
he takes some care, some dedication, some checking in on throughout the
Right.
day.
Exactly. And on also top of that, you're going to have to provide some sort of heat source. And he's going to probably need about 3 different types of heat source. One in the morning where he'll generally warm up, and then like a basking heat source. And then you're going to have to change out the light bulb in the evening, so he'll have like a nighttime heat source. So those are some of the things that one may want to consider if they're thinking about getting a pet like that for their child.
We're
Overall,
talking about lights and cages and fruits and vegetables every day. I mean, how much is this pet kind of cost you?
Ballpark, you're going to be looking at somewhere right around about $200 to $250 for the main for the startup kit, and changing the bedding and so forth. The biggest problem that you're going to really have is once you get these is you're going to have to do the upkeep. Say you're going to have to clean it out, at least the fruits and vegetables every day. The overall husbandry, at least clean out the cage at least once a week. So definitely a lot of responsibility if you're interested in taking one of these things home.
And I know you and I talked about them yesterday or earlier this week that if you're not careful, they can actually easily get sick too.
Very much so. Metabolic bone disease is usually the big characteristic that these little guys will have. So, but if you want to learn more about them, you can check this little guy out at PetSmart, or you can call about him. Their phone number is 235-9010, and they're open, I believe, from 9 o'clock in the morning from 9 o'clock at night.
Now, if people want to kind of pick your brain some more and ask you about the Chinese water
Sure.
dragon, how can they reach you?
They can call the Honey Creek Animal Hospital. That phone number is 234-7752.
All right, well, thanks so much, and thanks for bringing this guy into us today.
Thank you.
All right, News 10, we'll be right back.